God knows you're desperate for marriage, but he's saving you from hell on earth. This is why you're still single. God has someone prepared for you, but don't rush it. Because if you rush it, you're going to get yourself into something you wish you'd never got yourself into. Pay attention, because a man and a woman both have their roles in marriage. And if the man is walking in his purpose, but the woman is not, he's going to live a life of hell on earth. And if the woman is walking in her purpose, but the man is not, she's going to live a life of hell on earth. So pay attention. This is why you're still single. Wait on God. Don't rush it. Let God prepare the person that he has for you. Now, just to be honest, for most people, the number one reason that they want to get married is because they say that the temptation is going to stop. The sexual temptation is going to stop. I'm going to let you know something. Don't just get married so that the sexual temptation can stop. Because if you get married so that the sexual temptation can stop, you might get married to someone who's going to make your life a living hell. Now, some people say, well, I want to get married for companionship. Well, companionship is supposed to make you feel good, right? Companionship is supposed to be someone who you can have companionship with, fellowship with, live life with, grow old with. But you don't want to grow old with the person that's going to make your life a living hell. So pay attention, because this word is God's message for you today. God is saving you from making a great mistake. Pay attention. Does God have someone for you? Yes, he does. But don't rush it. Be patient. Let God bring you your spouse. Listen to these verses. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. I'm going to read some that are going to have to do with the women, and then I'm going to read some that have to do with the men. So pay attention. Whether you're a man or you're a woman, but you're single right now and you want to get married, pay attention, because these verses that I'm going to read are from the book of Proverbs, and they're telling you to avoid these people at all costs. They will make your life a living hell, okay? Pay attention to this. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9, talking to a man about a woman. It is better to live on a corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. You know what God is saying? You rather just be homeless. You rather just live on the corner of a rooftop. You know, back in the day, homeless people, they would live on the corners of people's rooftops. He's saying it's better to live on the corner, not even the whole rooftop. It's better to live on the corner of the rooftop than in a house with a quarrelsome woman. You're not going to want to be in that house. You're not going to want to go home. That's why some men nowadays, they work so many hours. It's not because they got to pay bills. No, they got enough money. They just don't want to get home. People at work respect them more than their wife. People at work don't nag and complain as much as their wife. People at work honor them more than their wife. They don't even want to go home. That's their house. They're paying the mortgage. But the wife that is waiting for them at home is quarrelsome, is bitter, is always complaining, and they don't want to go. God is sparing you. That's why you're still single. God is getting her ready. Don't rush into something that's going to bring hell on earth in your life. Pay attention to this one. This one also has to do with the woman. Pay attention, man of God. And then I'm going to read some that are going to have to do with the woman. Pay attention, woman of God. God has a word for you too. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who brings shame is like rottenness to his bones. See, a godly wife, a good wife, is like a crown of excellence. The husband's going to feel proud. He's going to feel honored that that's my wife. But when you have a woman who's a big mouth, when you have a woman who's complaining, when you have a woman who doesn't care, she's around people and she complains and she nags and she belittles and she puts down her husband, and even worse, when you have a woman that cheats on her husband, that's unfaithful to her husband, and people know about it, the Bible says that it is like rottenness to his bones. But she who brings shame is like rottenness to his bones. Do you want to get married to someone who's going to make your bones become rotten? In other words, take the life out of you? Do you want to get married to someone who you're not even going to want to go home because you know that she's that quarrelsome woman waiting for you at the house? Listen, God is saving you. God is warning you. God does have someone for you. Let God bring her to you. I'm letting you know God will bring her to you. You might say, but how? How do you know God will bring her to me? Pay attention. God created the garden. He put Adam in the garden. And then he saw that it was not good for man to be alone, and he brought Eve to Adam. He tailor-made Eve for Adam. I want to let you know that there's a woman out there that is a woman of God, and yes, she's going to be beautiful. Yes, you're going to find her attractive. She's going to be beautiful to you, but there's a woman out there, a woman of God, that God is going to bring to your life that's not going to be rottenness to your bones, that's not going to be bringing hell to you on earth, but she's going to help you walk in your purpose. She is going to be your helpmate. Adam had the job to maintain the garden, and Eve was helping him in his calling. There's a woman out there that God has for you that is going to help you in your calling. Wait on God. Now listen up, sisters, because God knows that you want to get married. But don't get married to the wrong one. Don't make an emotional choice, because he can be a life of misery for you. My dad grew up saying a story of a young woman in church that she wanted to get married. And there was this young man who walked into the church fresh off of the world, fresh off of gangs, barely gave his life to the Lord, right? And this woman, she said, oh, that's the man of God for me. And the pastor said, hey, relax. You know, he barely been coming to church for like a week. Like, let's see the fruits of salvation. Let's see if he's really saved. Oh, he's saved, pastor. Look at the way he praises. Look at the way he prays. Look at the way he worships. He's the man of God for me. Okay, she ends up getting married to him. A couple of months later, she calls the pastor. Pastor, this man doesn't work. All he does is smoke weed all day. And he doesn't buy groceries for the house. The pastor said, but I thought he was the man of God for you. Earlier, the young woman had told the pastor, when she was all in love with him, the pastor had told her, he doesn't even have a job. How's he going to supply for you? How's he going to buy groceries? Don't worry, pastor. Just when I look at him, my hunger goes away. So later on, the woman was telling the pastor, Pastor, he has no money. We don't even have groceries. And the pastor said, well, remember, just look at him. And when you look at him, your hunger goes away. Now, that's a funny story, but it's very true for many people. And it's not funny for those people. Wait on God, sister. God has someone for you. Listen, a man is supposed to be someone who's going to protect you, guide you, supply for you, be a leader of your house. But there's a lot of women out here that have to be the leaders because their men are not leaders. You don't want someone like that. Pay attention to this proverb. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 6. God is saving you, woman of God, from marrying a fool. Whoever sends a message by the hand of a fool cuts off his own feet and drinks violence. Did you hear that? A fool. When you send a message through the mouth of a fool, it's like cutting off your own feet, like you're doing harm to yourself. Listen, sister of God, God doesn't want you to get married to a fool, because if you get married to a fool, you're inviting harm to yourself. You're inviting disaster into your life. Pay attention to this one. Proverbs 26, verse 8, you don't want to marry a fool. Like one who binds the stone in the sling is one who gives honor to a fool. In other words, it's like you put the rock in the sling and you give it to a fool. That's what happens when you give honor to a fool. And let me tell you something. When you get married to a man, you're giving him honor. And it's like you're giving him the rock with the sling. You're just asking for trouble. Don't get married to a fool. Listen to this, what it says about a fool. Proverbs 26, verse 10. Like an archer who wounds everyone is one who hires a passing fool or a drunkard. When you get married to a fool, you're asking for wounds. You're asking for injuries in your own life, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. And God is sparing you today. God is telling you, I know you want to get married, but wait on me. I have someone for you. They're going to help you. They're going to protect you. They're going to help you walk into your purpose, but don't rush it. Wait on God. God has someone perfect for you. God bless you. I pray this video was a blessing to your life. If it was, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I post daily videos that I hope and pray will be a great blessing to your life. So if that's something that you're interested in, subscribe today so that you can be alerted every time I post a brand new video. And if you would like to show your support for my channel, you can do so by giving a super thanks. It looks something like this. You can find it down there next to the share button, next to the like button. Anything you feel in your heart is a great blessing to my life. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. You can also show your monthly way of appreciation by becoming a channel member. You can do that by clicking the join button next to my name down there, and you can become a channel member showing your monthly form of support and appreciation. God bless you. I'll see you soon, Lord willing. Before you click off, make sure you watch this video that just popped up on your screen. God bless you.